Have you ever looked in the mirror after 40 and thought, why is my belly not the same anymore even though I haven't changed much? Here's the surprising truth. After 40, your metabolism can slow down by up to 10% every decade, even if your habits stay the same. But don't worry, science says you can still get a flat belly after 40. And today, I'll show you exactly how. Welcome to Woman Healthy Tips, the place where science meets real-life wellness for women who want to look and feel their best at any age. If you've been struggling with stubborn belly fat or feeling like your body has changed since your 30 seconds, stay with me because this video will help you understand what's really happening and how to turn it around naturally. After 40, many women notice that their belly seems to change in shape and stubborn fat appears even when their lifestyle hasn't dramatically changed. This shift is not random. It is largely influenced by the natural hormonal and metabolic changes that occur as the body ages. One of the first things to understand is the role of estrogen. Estrogen levels begin to gradually decline around the age of 40, and this hormone has a profound effect on how the body distributes fat. In earlier years, estrogen helped direct fat storage to areas like the hips and thighs, which were designed for reproductive health and energy reserves. As estrogen decreases, fat storage shifts to the abdomen, which is why belly fat becomes more prominent. The body is not failing. It is simply adapting to a new hormonal environment, and understanding this adjustment is crucial because it allows women to take control with strategies that target these specific changes. One practical way to start is by paying attention to lifestyle patterns. Keeping track of meals, activity levels, sleep patterns, and stress for just a week can provide insight into habits that contribute to fat accumulation. When women are aware of how their daily routines affect their bodies, they can make intentional changes that address the root causes rather than just the symptom. Awareness itself becomes a tool for empowerment because it helps separate myths from reality and allows women to focus on methods that truly work. Alongside understanding hormonal shifts, it is important to consider the role of metabolism. Metabolic rate naturally declines with age, sometimes by as much as 10% every decade after 30. This means the body burns fewer calories at rest, making it easier to gain fat even without changing diet or activity. While this may seem discouraging, there is a solution that does not require extreme dieting or excessive exercise. Building muscle through strength training is one of the most effective ways to combat age-related metabolic slowdown. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, which means the more muscle a woman has, the more calories she burns even when doing nothing. Strength training does not need to be intimidating or time-consuming. Simple exercises using body weight, resistance bands, or light weights can stimulate muscle growth and significantly increase metabolism. Many women discover that incorporating just 2 to 3 sessions per week can make noticeable changes in their body composition over time. The practical takeaway is that consistency and gradual progression matter more than intensity. Adding small amounts of resistance training regularly is far more effective than sporadic high-intensity workouts that cannot be maintained. The way the body responds to exercise also changes after 40, so combining strength training with other forms of activity enhances results. While cardio is excellent for heart health and overall fitness, relying on it exclusively may not reduce belly fat efficiently at this stage. Muscle building exercises specifically target the underlying issue by increasing resting calorie burn and improving insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity is critical because as women age, cells become less responsive to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar levels and more fat stored in the abdomen. Strength training helps reverse this trend by creating a demand for glucose in muscles, which lowers circulating sugar and reduces the likelihood of fat accumulation around the midsection. Even simple routines such as squats, lunges, push-ups, or rows can create these metabolic benefits while strengthening muscles that support posture and daily movement. Another important aspect is the psychological shift in how women perceive their bodies after 40. Many approach belly fat with frustration or self-criticism, but reframing this perspective can make a tangible difference in results. Instead of seeing changes as setbacks, viewing them as signals that the body needs different support fosters motivation and adherence to new habits. This mindset shift is particularly relevant when introducing strength training. Some women fear they will become bulky or that lifting weights is unsafe, but research shows that moderate resistance training does not create bulk. and can be safely performed at home or in the gym with minimal equipment. The key is gradual progression, focusing on form and consistency rather than heavy lifting from the start. This approach ensures that the body adapts, muscles grow, and fat diminishes naturally, reinforcing a sense of control and achievement that encourages continued effort. Nutrition also plays a foundational role in supporting the metabolic and hormonal adjustments that come with age. Even if exercise is consistent, consuming foods that destabilize blood sugar or increase inflammation can hinder belly fat reduction. Meals that combine protein, fiber, and healthy fats help regulate insulin, stabilize energy levels, and support muscle repair. Protein is particularly crucial because it provides the building blocks for muscle growth and helps maintain a feeling of fullness, reducing the likelihood of overeating. Fiber from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains slows digestion, prevents blood sugar spikes, and promotes gut health, which has been linked to fat distribution. Healthy fats such as those from avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil support hormone production and reduce inflammation, both of which are essential for managing belly fat. The practical application is simple. Each meal should include a source of protein, a high fiber carbohydrate, and a healthy fat. By following this template consistently, women can support their metabolism and hormones simultaneously, making their belly fat reduction efforts more effective. Lifestyle habits beyond exercise and diet also contribute to the process of achieving a flat belly after 40. Daily movement outside structured workouts is critical because prolonged sitting slows metabolism and encourages fat accumulation. Simple practices such as taking short walking breaks, using stairs, or performing light stretching throughout the day increase overall energy, expenditure, and improve circulation. Adequate hydration is another key factor, as water is necessary for metabolic reactions and helps regulate appetite. Dehydration can be mistaken for hunger, leading to unnecessary calorie consumption that contributes to fat storage. Prioritizing sleep is equally essential. Poor or insufficient sleep disrupts hormones that regulate hunger and fat storage, including leptin and ghrelin, and increases stress hormone levels that encourage abdominal fat retention. Women who focus on quality sleep, consistent activity, and hydration often see more significant results than those who rely solely on dieting or intensive workouts. Finally, patience and realistic expectations are fundamental for success. Belly fat that accumulates over years cannot be eliminated overnight, and methods that promise rapid results are often unsustainable. Consistency over weeks and months produces lasting changes in body composition, metabolism, and overall health. Small, intentional habits such as strength training sessions, balanced meals, daily movement, and proper sleep compound over time, leading to visible results without extreme measures. Tracking progress through non-scale indicators such as how clothes fit, energy levels, and strength gains can provide motivation and reinforce adherence to these habits. Recognizing that the process is gradual helps maintain a positive mindset, reduces frustration, and supports long-term commitment. By integrating awareness of hormonal shifts, consistent strength training, targeted nutrition, and supportive lifestyle habits, women can regain control of their bodies and achieve a flat belly even after 40. Each step reinforces the others, creating a holistic system that addresses the root causes rather than just the surface appearance. After 40, balancing hormones becomes one of the most critical steps in reducing belly fat and improving overall health. Hormones are not just abstract concepts. They directly influence where and how the body stores fat, how hungry or full you feel, how your energy levels fluctuate throughout the day, and even how your muscles respond to exercise. One of the primary culprits behind stubborn belly fat is insulin. Insulin is a hormone that regulates blood sugar by helping cells absorb glucose for energy or storage. As women age, insulin sensitivity often decreases, meaning cells are less responsive to insulin. When this happens, glucose stays in the bloodstream longer, leading to higher blood sugar levels, increased fat storage around the abdomen, and heightened cravings for sugary or processed foods. The practical takeaway is that what you eat matters as much as how much you move. Meals that pair protein, fiber, and healthy fats slow down digestion and stabilize blood sugar, which prevents insulin spikes and encourages fat burning rather than fat storage. Simple adjustments, like replacing refined carbohydrates with vegetables, legumes or whole grains, or swapping sugary snacks for nuts and seeds can make a significant difference in regulating insulin and reducing belly fat over time. Another crucial hormone that changes after 40 is cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone. Cortisol is released in response to physical or emotional stress and is designed to help the body survive short-term threats by increasing blood sugar, mobilizing energy, and suppressing non-essential functions temporarily. While this response is useful in short bursts, chronic stress keeps cortisol levels elevated, which can directly contribute to fat accumulation, especially in the abdominal area. High cortisol encourages the body to hold on to fat as a protective mechanism, making it difficult to lose belly fat no matter how much you exercise or diet. Stress also disrupts sleep, increases cravings for comfort foods, and interferes with other hormonal balances, creating a vicious cycle. The key to managing cortisol is incorporating daily stress-reducing practices. This does not mean hours of meditation or extreme relaxation techniques that feel unattainable. Even 10 minutes of mindful breathing, stretching, or walking outside can significantly lower cortisol levels. Over time, these small, consistent practices support a hormonal environment that allows belly fat to decrease naturally while also improving mood, energy, and overall well-being. Sleep is another hormone-related factor that is often overlooked when addressing belly fat after 40. Quality sleep influences the balance of ghrelin and leptin, two hormones that regulate appetite. Ghrelin signals hunger, while leptin signals satiety. Poor or insufficient sleep increases ghrelin and decreases leptin, making it harder to feel satisfied after meals and more likely to overeat, often choosing high-calorie, sugary, or processed foods. Additionally, sleep deprivation raises cortisol, which, as mentioned earlier, contributes to abdominal fat retention. Prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night creates a hormonal environment conducive to fat loss. Sleep routines that include consistent bedtimes, a dark and cool room, and minimizing screen exposure before bedtime can improve both the quality and duration of rest. Women who focus on improving sleep often notice a reduction in cravings, better energy for workouts, and a gradual decrease in belly fat. Even small improvements in sleep patterns can amplify the effects of exercise and nutrition, making all other belly fat reduction strategies more effective. Alongside hormones, diet and nutrition continue to play a vital role in reducing belly fat after 40. It is no longer just about calorie counting. It is about choosing foods that communicate the right messages to your body. Protein is essential because it supports muscle maintenance and growth, which in turn boosts metabolism. Protein also helps stabilize blood sugar and promotes satiety, making it easier to stick to a balanced eating plan. Fiber is equally important because it slows the absorption of sugars, prevents spikes in blood glucose, and promotes healthy digestion. Healthy fats are not your enemy. They support hormone production, reduce inflammation, and help you feel full for longer periods. Combining these nutrients in each meal creates a metabolic advantage by stabilizing blood sugar, supporting muscle, and keeping hormones in balance. A practical approach is to view each meal as a formula, a source of protein, a high-fiber vegetable or whole grain, and a healthy fat. Repeating this pattern consistently creates an environment in which belly fat is less likely to accumulate and existing fat is easier to mobilize. Hydration also affects hormone balance and fat storage. Water is essential for nearly every biochemical reaction in the body, including those that regulate metabolism and fat burning. Dehydration can mimic feelings of hunger, leading to unnecessary snacking that increases calorie intake and promotes fat. Storage. Staying adequately hydrated throughout the day supports digestion, circulation, and cellular function, all of which contribute to more efficient fat metabolism. Simple strategies like drinking water before meals, carrying a water bottle, and replacing sugary drinks with water or herbal teas can have an outsized impact on both overall health and belly fat reduction. Consistent hydration combined with a nutrient-dense diet creates a hormonal and metabolic environment that supports fat loss naturally. Movement throughout the day, in addition to structured exercise, is another key factor in balancing hormones and reducing belly fat. Sedentary behavior slows metabolism, reduces insulin sensitivity, and increases cortisol levels. Incorporating regular movement, such as walking, light stretching, standing while working, or even household activities, stimulates blood flow, burns calories, and helps regulate stress hormones. Over time, this consistent activity not only improves metabolic health, but also enhances the effectiveness of strength training by keeping muscles active and energy expenditure higher throughout the day. The takeaway is that belly fat reduction after 40 is not about extreme workouts, but about creating a daily rhythm of movement that supports your body's natural hormonal and metabolic processes. Consistency is critical when addressing hormonal balance and belly fat reduction. One-off changes or short-term strict diets are rarely effective long-term because hormones and metabolism respond to patterns rather than single events. For example, a week of perfect eating or a few intense workouts may provide temporary results, but without ongoing support of hormones through balanced nutrition, stress management, movement, and sleep, the body will return to previous fat storage patterns. Tracking progress through non-scale indicators such as clothing fit, energy levels, or physical performance provides a more accurate measure of long-term success than just relying on weight. Recognizing and celebrating small improvements reinforces consistency and encourages adherence to sustainable habits that produce lasting changes. Hormonal balance also affects mental and emotional well-being, which is closely tied to success in reducing belly fat. Elevated stress, poor sleep, and blood sugar fluctuations can all affect mood, motivation, and focus, making it more challenging to maintain healthy habits. Addressing these factors through nutrition, exercise, sleep, and stress management not only helps the body burn fat, but also supports emotional resilience and mental clarity. Women who integrate these approaches often find that they feel stronger, more energetic, and more confident in addition to losing belly fat. This holistic approach emphasizes that managing hormones and belly fat is not solely a physical challenge, but a lifestyle transformation that encompasses mind, body, and habits. Finally, integrating the strategies, balancing blood sugar through diet, reducing stress to manage cortisol, prioritizing sleep, staying hydrated, and maintaining daily movement creates a synergistic effect. Each element reinforces the others, making fat loss more efficient and sustainable. Hormones, metabolism, and lifestyle habits are interconnected, and addressing them collectively produces better outcomes than focusing on any single factor. Small daily actions, consistently applied, gradually shift the body toward a fat-burning state while also improving energy, mood, and overall health. By approaching belly fat reduction as a multifaceted challenge that includes nutrition, movement, stress management, and sleep, women after 40 can achieve lasting results that feel realistic, sustainable, and empowering. The combination of awareness, targeted actions, and consistency forms a system in which the body responds naturally, making the dream of a flatter belly not just possible, but achievable over time. Sleep and consistency are two of the most underestimated factors when it comes to reducing belly fat after 40. Many women focus on diet and exercise alone, thinking that if they eat less and move more, belly fat will magically disappear. While these are important, without proper sleep and consistent habits, results are often slow or temporary. Sleep is not just a period of rest. It is a time when the body performs critical repair functions, balances hormones, and resets metabolism. When sleep is insufficient, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, increases, while leptin, which signals fullness, decreases. This imbalance drives cravings for high-calorie foods and often leads to overeating. Sleep deprivation also raises cortisol levels, which encourages fat to accumulate around the abdomen. Beyond hormones, lack of sleep reduces energy for exercise and affects decision-making, making it harder to stick to healthy habits during the day. Prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is one of the most effective strategies for reducing belly fat because it directly influences the hormonal and metabolic processes that govern fat storage. Simple practices such as maintaining a consistent bedtime, creating a dark and cool sleep environment, and avoiding screens an hour before bed can dramatically improve sleep quality. Women who commit to improving sleep often notice decreased cravings, improved energy, and a gradual reduction in belly fat over time. Alongside sleep, consistency is the glue that holds all other strategies together. Fat accumulation does not happen overnight, and neither does fat loss. Many women experience frustration because they expect immediate results and give up too soon. Consistency over weeks and months is what produces sustainable changes in body composition. This means showing up for workouts regularly, consistently choosing nutrient-dense meals, maintaining daily movement, and managing stress continuously. Small actions repeated over time compound into significant results. For example, strength training 2 to 3 times per week paired with balanced meals and stress reduction techniques will gradually shift the body's metabolism, improve hormone balance, and encourage fat loss in the abdomen. This is not about perfection. It is about establishing patterns that are realistic and maintainable. Tracking progress with non-scale indicators such as how clothing fits, improvements in strength, or energy levels helps maintain motivation and highlights the gradual but meaningful changes that occur. Women who adopt a consistent approach find that fat loss becomes more predictable, their energy levels stabilize, and they feel empowered to maintain these habits long term. Consistency also plays a critical role in reinforcing the habits that support hormonal balance. While nutrition, exercise, and sleep each influence hormones independently, their impact multiplies when performed consistently. Regular exercise enhances insulin sensitivity, maintains muscle mass, and boosts metabolism, but only if done routinely. Balanced nutrition stabilizes blood sugar and supports hormone production, but inconsistent choices can negate progress. Adequate sleep ensures proper regulation of hunger and stress hormones, but irregular sleep patterns can undo the benefits of diet and exercise. Consistency integrates all these elements into a seamless lifestyle where each habit supports the others, creating an environment in which belly fat naturally decreases without extreme measures. It is the persistent, day-to-day effort that ultimately shifts the body from fat storage mode to fat burning mode. Another important aspect of consistency is mindset. Women who understand that progress takes time are more likely to stick with habits and overcome obstacles. Short-term setbacks, like a stressful week or a social event with indulgent food, do not define the overall journey. Maintaining a steady approach and returning to healthy routines reinforces both physical and mental resilience. This mindset reduces guilt, maintains motivation, and allows for a balanced, sustainable approach to belly fat reduction. Viewing lifestyle changes as a long-term investment rather than a temporary fix helps women stay committed, making the process more enjoyable and less stressful. The consistency of habits, coupled with realistic expectations, ensures that efforts accumulate into meaningful, lasting results over months and years rather than days. In addition to structured exercise, consistent daily movement is essential for maintaining a healthy metabolism. Sedentary behavior slows down calorie burn, reduces muscle efficiency, and increases fat storage, particularly around the abdomen. Simple practices like taking short walks, standing while working, or performing light stretching throughout the day keep the body active and metabolism elevated. These small repeated actions may seem minor individually, but collectively they contribute to significant energy expenditure, hormone regulation, and belly fat reduction. By integrating movement into daily routines consistently, women can maintain an elevated metabolic rate, support insulin sensitivity, and reinforce the benefits of strength training and nutrition. The steady approach allows the body to adapt naturally, enhancing fat loss while preserving muscle and energy. Consistency also reinforces the psychological aspect of healthy habits. Developing a routine that includes regular exercise, balanced meals, adequate sleep, and stress management fosters self-discipline and confidence. When women see the cumulative impact of consistent efforts over time, they feel empowered to continue. Each small victory, like completing a workout or choosing a nutritious meal despite a busy schedule, builds momentum. This momentum encourages further adherence to habits, creating a positive feedback loop that amplifies results. Over time, the combination of consistent actions, healthy routines, and positive reinforcement transforms not only the body but also mindset, creating a sustainable approach to belly fat reduction and overall health. Sleep and consistency also interact to amplify results. Regular sleep supports recovery from workouts, stabilizes appetite and stress hormones, and improves mental focus for making better daily choices. When paired with consistent nutrition and movement, sleep allows the body to efficiently burn fat and build muscle. Skipping sleep disrupts this system, making it harder to maintain consistency in diet and exercise, which slows progress. By prioritizing both, women create a holistic approach where each element reinforces the others, producing results that are sustainable and realistic. This interconnected approach ensures that belly fat reduction after 40 is achievable without extreme measures, and it supports overall energy, vitality, and confidence. The importance of tracking progress cannot be overstated when emphasizing sleep and consistency. Focusing solely on scale weight can be misleading because muscle gain, water retention, and other factors can obscure true fat loss. Instead, monitoring how clothes fit, changes in waist circumference, energy levels, sleep quality, and strength improvements provide a more accurate reflection of progress. Tracking reinforces consistency by making daily efforts tangible and encouraging adherence to habits. Women who measure progress this way are less likely to become discouraged, more likely to recognize positive changes, and better able to adjust routines for continued improvement. In summary, sleep and consistency are foundational for achieving a flat belly after 40. Quality sleep regulates hunger, satiety, and stress hormones, creating a hormonal environment conducive to fat loss. Consistency ensures that exercise, nutrition, movement, and stress management are maintained over time, allowing cumulative progress to occur. The interplay between sleep and consistency amplifies the effects of other strategies, creating a synergistic system in which the body naturally reduces abdominal fat. Small, sustainable actions performed day after day compound into meaningful results, proving that belly fat after 40 is not an inevitable fate, but a manageable outcome with the right habits. Women who prioritize these elements gain not only a flatter belly, but also enhanced energy, mental clarity, and a sense of empowerment that carries into every aspect of life.